Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers Indoors. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to look at creating some makes with some scraps. So my scraps are now starting to pile up. This here is a kind of like just a free-for-all scrap pile. And underneath we have my Tim Holtz and Stamperia scraps. So yeah, I just thought before they get too big, it would be really good to have a play with them and see what we can come up with. So thank you for joining me. I hope you're all well. It's good to have you back here with me. I've got a few things in here that aren't scraps, oddly. Okay. So yeah, really good to have you with me. Gosh, it feels like forever since I've been crafting, and it's literally 5 minutes. So yeah, we will just crack on. I'm going to literally just pick up some bits and pieces, and I'm going to decide at that point what I'm going to do with them. So we'll get started. Okay, so the first piece I've got is here. I absolutely love this. I love this design. It's one of my favourites. I'm just going to fold this like that at the moment. I've got some vellum in here too, some strips that are left over. And I think I'm going to grab some, oops daisy, grab some double sticky tape. I'm going to put some here. It's not going to be as busy as that one there. Okay. So I'm going to apply some vellum here, like so. And I'm going to take it around here, just fold it in there, fold this piece back, and it will give us to about there. So I'm going to put another piece of double-sided sticky tape by here. Oh, that's a bit too big, too tall. Take some of that off. And I'm also going to put some across the bottom. Okay, just pop this bit off here, here. I'm going to fold this over like so. Just going to grab my cutter. I'll take that off there and off here. We may need a little bit of trimming, but that's an easy fix. Just find my scissors. And over here like that. And I'm going to just cut this top bit off here, I think. And I am going to glue this side down here. Just across there. Doesn't want to work today. Go. I'm going to pop that there, like so. And I'm just going to pop the ends off here. Give it a quick ink in. I'm going to need to pop a little bit of glue under here. Just to keep that in place. And we've ended up then with, we've got pocket here, separate pocket here, and a wide pocket across here. So I'm going to use this, I think, to, it'll either pop in a pocket, I could put a flip on it and put it in a page that we flip it out, which isn't a bad idea, but this will hold like little tags or little pieces of ephemera, possibly some tickets, that type of thing. So yeah, really quick, easy pocket for that one. Now, some of these are bigger than others. And I think I'm gonna just do a pocket with this one. So I'm going to 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and that is going to be a pocket, and I will actually make a piece of like something to go on this one here. So that'll be our pocket. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, got some pieces here. Another divot in here. So it is Friday today, and I have just finished work for the weekend, just as the weather's changed, but just looking forward to a nice quiet weekend, to be honest. Yeah, really looking forward to a nice quiet one. Last weekend was a bit crazy because I was still travelling back from holidays, and you know what it's like, there's so much to do afterwards. that it sometimes can be a little bit difficult. So yeah, it was really good to finish today knowing that I've got nothing really planned. And so it would be rude not to craft. Okay. So with these at the moment, I'm just going to build the basic principle, and then I'm going to come behind and embellish them a little bit later on once I've done a few bits and pieces. It's just a really great way of getting rid of scraps or pieces that you haven't necessarily used or I like that. Sorry, I was in the middle of talking to you then. So yeah, it's good for things that are cut-offs or odd sizes or whatever. And that's what we're aiming to do today, is just have a go at using some of these up. Now, this is a craft card. I'm not using it at the moment. I just want to gauge the size for my journals. Most of my journals are A4 size, and then down to A5. So this could be a belly band. Okay. I did have some leftover writing inked paper somewhere. Let's have a look. I know I've got some somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So, what I'm going to do with this, I think, is I'm going to make another one of those just flip out journal spots. So that will be attached here. And that's just a perfect size. Okay. I'm just going to ink around the edges. And around this one. I've also got, like I said, some of this left over, and I think I'm going to put a little bit here. That. We'll put some down here. Like so. I'm going to put a divot in here because I'm going to use it as a side pocket instead of a belly band. I am going to round the corners just because I think it gives a nicer, softer look. Okay, and then we have still got this that we're going to pop on probably about here. Like that. So this will be a belly band. Sorry, this will be a side pocket. It'll go on our page like this. And we will have a full pocket down here. We've got another smaller pocket in here. And we've got a pop out. Oh, we should have a pop out. And we've got a pop-out journaling space here, and you can actually journal. Oh, what's happened there? Why is that going like that? I don't know why that's gone like that. So, sorry, a pop-out journaling space here, which just folds up here, and this will pop over there. And we can either do some material that's going to come around here and kind of hold it together, so something like this, and that'll just do a little tie there. Or we can create one of those little pieces that's going to hold that. We just haven't got a huge amount of room there to work with, so I'm going to think about that one and come back. But again, really simple side pocket. Okay, so what else have we got? What else have we got? Let's have a look in the basket. Now these, when I was doing the page layout ideas series, I did these, but I didn't actually like them, so I didn't use them and put them in my scrap bin. But obviously I don't want to waste that, so let's have a look. Okay, what I think I'm going to do with this is I'm going to score, I'm going to score probably here. I don't know how much that is, just that is good to go. Now this is 5, well, hang on, let's have a look at what the middle section is, rather than try and work out the calculation. Okay, so our middle piece is roughly here. So I'm just going to score down there as well. And then that will go like that. I'm going to cut this piece off here. I didn't score that right, did I? At all. Okay. Oh, it looks the same. Okay. Yeah, okay. So let's just take a tiny bit of that off. There. Like that. That's okay. We'll cut that once we do it. Okay, so I'm going to glue down this one side here. Like so. Actually, before I attach that, let me just put a divot in here. And I'm just going to quickly ink that bit because it's going to be harder to do it. So let's glue this down here. And then I am going to put a little divot in this one here. Like so. And I'm going to glue this. Actually like that better, I think. Yeah, I do think I like that better. But that means I'm going to have to just put a little slither of glue to glue that bottom bit down. And that is going to pop like that and give us a pocket. So I'm going to glue this piece down. Okay, so that's our back. And then on our front we've got another piece that we cut off. So I'm going to use that. I'm actually going to apply this one, I think. Just check that looks quite big. Yeah, let me take a tiny bit of this off. Excuse me. Just going to take a piece off there. And I'm going to attach that to the front as a little side tuck. I don't think I've got any more of that particular material left. And again, excuse me, with this one, I'm just going to put it as a tiny little pocket on the front of this tuck spot here. So yeah, there we go. We've got a full pocket on the inside of this here. It's quite a narrow pocket, but it's quite a deep pocket. On the back we've got another pocket here, which is going to be great for little, oh gosh, going to be great for little pockets, little tickets or tabs or whatever. We've got a tuck spot here and another little pocket there. Again, a little bit of embellishing and that will be good to go. Let's have a look at this one then. I think there's two on here, so I'm just going to cut off this middle section. Like so. Okay, let's have a look and see how long this one is. So we've got 8. So if we did 2.5, 2.5. Okay, so we're going to do 2.5 here. We're going to fold it over and do 2.5 again. We're going to fold it like this. And, oops, and where's that? There. And like that. It's a bit off center, so I'm just going to trim this down. Okay. Right then, so we've got 3 sections in the middle. So we're going to need a closure on this. So I think I'm going to, do you know what, I'm going to do something different that I saw Corey do on Creating with Scraps. So we'll come back to that. Let's take this piece off here. And let's have a look. So we've got a lot of text and stuff here. I'm not so worried about the text being directional because you've got other bits here, but I don't want this fella here being in the way, if you get my drift. So I'm gonna cut this down. Let's see how far we need this to go. Okay, and we're going to have these as text spots on this inside. So one here. I'm going to put the middle section pocket in here. Like that. Make sure it closes. And we're going to have this end section, belly band, tack. And down here. I'm going to take these edges off here and probably down the bottom as well, because I think it gives it, like I said earlier, a softer look. So we've got two side tacks and a pocket here. These are going to fold over like this, and I need to have a closure for that. And then I think I am going to, if I can find any, it's too small. Got a lot of it, but it's still too small. Unless I use some of these. Brown, I think it might go. So what sort of measurements are we working with? So these are going to need to be, if we say 8.5. So, excuse me, what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to sew those, and they're going to pop in there for a little notebook, a little scrap pad. I could put more in, but I don't want to, it's quite a thin piece. I don't want it to be too thick in profile. So that is going to be the idea with that. So I'll stitch that a little bit later on. And then with the closure, I'm going to, still got some of this paper left, so I'm going to work with that. I'm going to take a thin piece here that I'm going to attach . No, I don't want to open it that way. So I'm going to take a thin piece here that I'm going to attach to that. Just put the lid back on that. So I'm going to attach this as though it's a belly band almost, top and bottom. That is going to come over here, about here, like that. And then I am going to, so if we do that, I would have to take it about here. So let's cut this bit off here. It's not going to be too thick. I think it might be a bit thick. That one's a bit better. So with this one, let's just ink that up. Put that right to the edge there. Like that. And I'm going to glue this on there like that. And so that will actually be the closure. I'm going to let it glue first, but you literally, as you open this, this is going to come out and you'll flip it back in. So I will again do some embellishing on that, but we've got, I really want to open it while it's still setting, but go on, talk me into it. So we open this up, we're going to have a little pad here with a hidden pocket underneath. We've got 2 tuck spots to the side there, and then the closure is going to be like so. And as I said, what we'll do then is just do a little bit more embellishing and ink around the edges. Might do a little bit of stamping on the front page of the notepad, but yeah, you can either attach this then to your journal page, or you can pop this into a pocket, or inside a belly band or whatever else. So a little bit of embellishing, and I think we're good to go on that one. Okay. So let's see what else we've got. We've worked with some of these colours a bit. Don't want to completely work with them all. I like this. Okay. So I'm going to cut this end bit off, and I'm going to cut this top bit off like so, which leaves me cut the middle section off, or not off, but cut it in half. Like that. I'm going to fold these like that. One like that, one like that. Got a fancy paper clip, or one of them. So again, I'm just going to pop that in the bottom thread part there. And I'm going to just glue this top section so it sticks. And we'll do the same with this one here. Just thread it through that bottom piece. And we're going to put this on here. I'm not going to embellish these because I'm probably going to use these for a botanical journal, because they are quite botanical greens and natural colours, but these will be altered paper clips that will literally just pop on the side of your pages like that. But I'm going to embellish those a little bit closer to the time once I've decided definitely what theme I'm going to go for. But yeah, really, really simple and easy altered paper clips. Okay, what's next? What's next? Okay, got a couple of these kind of pieces here that are quite similar. And still we've got some of this and some of this. And some of this and some of this. Okay, so just pop all that to one side. So I think I'm going to go with some page borders or clusters. And these are just really simple, just to add a little bit of interest to your pages. Oh, there's more there. Oh, very nice. And literally they do just add a little bit. Oh gosh, I've got to remember to keep pressing this thing down, because otherwise they're all off centre. Okay. So these are just going to be things that you're going to pop on the side of your pages, as I said, just to give a little bit of interest. There's no hard and fast rule with these. You literally just do what you want to do with them. So I'm going to go with I think I'm going to go with something like this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with something like that. Here comes the rain. And that will then just be putting a centerpiece on that. So something like, you could use one of the Tim Holtz photo booth pictures, which would look probably quite cool on there. And literally it just will pop on the end of your page like that as a page border. Super simple. Super, super simple. Super, super simple page borders there. Okay. I don't know how we're doing for time, but I'm just gonna carry on. Okay, so the next one, I think, depends how straight these cards are, or not straight, as the case may be. I think. Let's take this and measure it. Okay, so then I'm gonna cut this in half. Nope. See, still didn't work. So let's go with, I'm gonna have to do 10 centimeters. Yeah. So just got 2 small pieces of card here. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to actually just create a scrap card. So it's just something that will pop inside of a journal, pocket or tuck or wherever else you want it to be. And it's literally just a little piece of decorative card that you can use the back as a journaling spot, but the front we use as just, like I said, a little bit of decorative design kind of stuff. Now, the great thing with scrap cards is that how often do we end up like with these crazy thin pieces of card? There is literally always, if I go into the bottom of this container and just pull out a few pieces, some of them are really small, some of them not so small. But as I said, you can actually do, I'll cut this one in half because that's going to be too big. You can use those tiny pieces, or you can just cut your card to suit what you're kind of trying to achieve. Now, I'm not great with scissors, as you know, but maybe if they're small enough, we may be okay. Right, okay, so 2 really, really simple scrap cards. You could take this to the next level and add some material on here and actually have it coming from one of your fancy paper clips. So that would go in there like that, it would go there like that, and you literally would pop that on there. You'd have to put something on because that's likely to show the glue through, but it'll give you a long paper clip kind of idea, if that's something that you were interested in. I'm going to keep both of these as scrap cards because I don't have any in my stash at the moment, and I will continue to make some more off camera, so you don't have to necessarily go through the pain of watching all of that. But yeah, super simple scrap cards that you can use as journaling spots on the back. Okay, what's next? These are some of the backgrounds from Tim Holtz. And they're, unusual. I like them, but they are a bit unusual. I'm not quite going to get that. Okay. Okay, let's see what I've got lying around. I have my glue book. I'm just making sure that there's nothing. I love this writing. That's what I really like about this. I just need to make sure there's nothing dodgy in the text. Okay. So that is definitely going to need something. See what we've got going on in here. I do have, I don't know what I did with, that's my famous saying, isn't it? I don't know what I did with, and I stopped right there. Let me just check. And then I'm going to put some sort of label on here, or labels. Yeah, definitely going to need some more labels on that one. Now with this one, I'm going to it's too white. Yeah, I've got a cream one there. Let's just pop these away. Okay, so I want to see the image. So I'm just going to go over that with my ink. Okay, so again, a couple of tags somewhere on here, possibly put an eyelet in there and put some string or some ribbon or whatever, but again, two very, very different looks, just with some leftover pieces and some scraps. Okay, and I think I will do possibly one more, and then call it a day, maybe. Okay, so let's cut this off about here, which will give us a nice size for a journal card. I'm going to use some of this to back it. So I'll go there, and then we'll use this as a journal card. So yeah, two little journal cards, or whatever you'd like to, quite like that on there as well. Let's see what that looks like. Nope. It's funny, sometimes you can think you like something and when you look through the camera. So this one is going to be, what's the word? Labels, tickets, tags, something on there. I've lost my thing for my... I bet you're all sat there thinking, no wonder you've lost it, because you can't ever find anything on your desk when it looks like that. There it is. Yay. Okay, so that will go on there. I might go and grab some tags and quickly do a little bit of embellishment. As I said, I don't have time. If you're switching off, I do apologise, but I'll quickly have a go and see what it looks like. Okay. It's next door's dog. He's gorgeous. He's a golden lab, and he's the funniest thing. if I'm out the front, he can't get enough of making a fuss, and yeah, he is amazing. And then you see him over the fence, the back garden, and he goes nuts. Not in a good way. Really not in a good way. So, but he is beautiful. I'd love another dog. We lost ours quite a few years ago now, 4 years. And I'd had a dog since my first dog I had was my 8th birthday. And I'd had a dog for 37 years, 37 consecutive years. And it was, yeah, amazing. I love big dogs, the little ones, I just don't get. I know that sounds really stupid, but I really don't get them. I like a big dog where you can kind of have a play fight with and, you know, check them across the room and they come bounding back. Yeah, I do love that. So I do miss having a dog. But I have got a pet in place of. I have a Mexican Redney tarantula, or her scientific name is a Brachypelma smithii. I was absolutely petrified of spiders, petrified. And then I arranged for somebody to come to the house and do what they call a fascia fear session. So they came to the house and did a fascia fear session, and it was absolutely incredible. He brought 2 tarantulas. I was hyperventilating, but he brought 2 tarantulas with him, and by the time he left, I'd held one, and I was planning on my own. And a couple of months later, I had one that was shipped over from Mexico. Mine is a Mexican Redney. She is a character, a real character. She gets a little bit stroppy sometimes and flicks hairs at you, but she is beautiful. It's not quite the same as having a dog, as you can imagine, but yeah, I love just watching her. I could watch her for hours. She fascinates me, really fascinates me. I don't like that either. So yeah, her name is Pumpkin. They call her Mexican Redney, but she's very orange. Yeah, she really is a real cutie. But not, she's not something you can kind of pet. I've had her out of her enclosure and held her a few times, and it's quite an interesting experience. It's quite euphoric, but there's always a risk of harm to the spiders, so I tend not to handle, if I can help it, just purely because I don't want to, as I said, risk her, So yeah, but she's my little girl, and I do love her as much as you can love a spider. Yeah, she's funny. I can just sit and watch her for hours. But never in a million years did I ever think that I would be comfortable with a spider being in the same room as me, let alone holding one. But it's incredible what, this guy did, what he achieved. Yeah, highly recommend him, I would. And he also has a range of other animals. So he's got some snakes and loads of spiders, bearded dragon, African snail. He's got, gosh, trying to remember all of this now. He's also got, oh gosh, I've gone blank. Frog, this green frog with red eyes and orange feet. Giant hissing cockroaches, giant millipedes. And he comes to the house and does parties primarily for kids. But the guy is just absolutely brilliant. And I would highly recommend it, either for a kids' party or for, a face your fear type thing. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, I digress too much, so I'm not going to tidy my desk up because you know what I'm like. It'll just be messy in 2 minutes flat again. So just from some of the scraps, we've got a side pocket, which will attach to the page. We've got a full length pocket here. There's another little pocket, vellum pocket there, and this is going to be our fold out writing space. And we just need to put a little hook on here just to keep that closed. We've got a couple of scrap cards. Again, they kind of second as journaling cards. We've got our 2 pieces that we've just done now. You can use them for whatever, scrap cards, journal cards, text, pockets, or whatever. Then we've got a couple of journal cards, bookmarks, whatever you want to use those for. We've got some page borders, which I will definitely embellish. We've got some altered paper clips, which again will need embellishing once we've decided what we're going to do with them. We being the royal we. So there's a couple of altered paper clips there. We've got our little pad that kind of just pulls up here. So we've got a scrap pad which I'll sew in with a pocket, text spot, and that all folds together and closes just by popping that in there. Another pockety bookmark, tag, whatever you want to call this one. So full pocket down here. We've got a text spot here, a small pocket here, and another pocket there. This can be used as a stamp card or just a pocket. You could attach that to your page and have that as a mini pocket or a text spot, or you can just pop it into a text spot or a pocket and just use there's 3 pockets, one there, one there, one there. I will embellish this and I'll probably stitch around these pockets as well, possibly. So we've got that one. And then we also have our pocket with some gussets, and this is going to be just a page pocket with another pocket here, and again I will do some embellishing there. So not particularly bad for probably an hour working with some scraps. If it's more than an hour, I'll try and cut it down. Let's not forget our top tuck or our bottom pocket. If it's more than an hour, I will definitely try and cut it down. But yeah, really, really simple. Grab your scrap box, grab some ink, grab some glue, and away you go. Hope you found it useful. Hope you enjoyed it. Stopping just as the rain is starting again. Been great to have you join me. Thank you. I really do appreciate your time. Would love to hear from you. If you would like to ask any questions or make any comments, the comment section is below. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate you subscribing. A thumbs up if you liked the video. Yeah, so that's it for today. Really hope everybody is well. I hope you stay safe, and we will catch up again very soon. Until then, bye for now.